Greetings! So, this is Violent Vegan here, and I've got a special guest today here in the studio, aka the living room. I've got none other than Vegan Revolution.
Hello.
Vegan Revolution, the one-man revolution. He is here in the studio, and we are gonna together have a look at Pokemon Black and Blue.
This is the Peter edition of Pokemon.
Yeah, people for the ethical treatment of animals. As battling Pokemon grew in popularity, generations of children were growing up believing that Pokemon exist for no other reason than to be used and abused by humans. Does this have any real-world parallels, real Vegan Revolution?
Yes.
Children learned about dominance instead of compassion, while Pokemon faced the worst abuses. Children also started bullying each other, until one Pokemon had decided he'd had enough.
Go. Pokemon Go.
First battle, Cheren versus Pikachu.
You escape from your trainer, get ready to fight. So we're a liberated animal at this point. We no longer have an owner, and we're free to attack all the humans. So, here we go. I reckon Group Hug is going to be the most effective out of all of them.
Group Hug, that sounds effective, right? Group Hug!
Sort of humping his leg a little bit.
Oh, that really did no damage whatsoever.
He was mildly confused.
His defense fell.
Tail docking.
I think Quick Attack, hopefully he's weaker now.
Did you see
from
what
that.
Protest does? Protest might
Protest. Let's do it.
Did that actually hurt him? Pikachu beat down on Cheren with some powerful words. He's just tail docking every time.
His attack is brutal.
We might fuck this up and die.
We might die. Okay.
Right.
Quick Attack. Oof.
Ah, no, that was decent.
That was decent.
We're level now.
That was a beatdown.
We can win this.
In your ass, Cheren.
It's weird because it's sort of like a fighting game, but it's just clicking on 4 options, and there's always one that's just the obvious one to always use.
Discipline. He's like a trainer, like a dog trainer, but a jerk.
Who's sort of drunk with swirly eyes.
He's Caesar Milan.
Here's some Pokemon trivia really quickly. In the Western version, like English and American, they always changed it to hot sauce that they were drinking, but actually they were just getting drunk in the Japanese version, but they considered it non-PC for Western children. They'd be like, oh wow, I'm drinking hot sauce, and then they're actually just walking around drunk.
They were like, think of the Western children.
Same with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was Hero Turtles when it got translated.
Why was that? Did you ever work out the reason for that?
We're just weaker.
We were too puny to be faced with ninjas.
Yeah. Well, my other Pokemon doesn't want freedom. She's a well-behaved Pokemon. She likes to fight and remain caged up in her Pokeball all the time. Pokeballs are quite weird when you think about it. She doesn't even complain when I don't have time to walk her. This is what makes her happy, after all.
If you believe that, give her the choice.
Did Pikachu ever say anything? He just said his name, didn't he?
Pikachu!
That was it, yeah. I think it's sort of weird that all these animals just walked around saying their name.
T-Pig. Oh, is it Tepig or Tepig? T-Pig.
Tepig.
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 He joined our party.
Were the Pokemon named after the noise that they made? Like, was it like, oh, he always says Pikachu, we should call that species that? Or did they call them Pikachu and then they just went around saying their own name?
I'm wondering if we should rename him Free Pig.
Let's call him Free Pig.
Or is that an act of some kind of appropriating his name?
It's alright.
Free Pig.
But I don't think it's going to change the
From
noise
now on,
makes.
you should be called Free Pig.
Free Pig. I don't know, like, I knew Charmander and Bulbasaur and Squirtle and all that. The next generation Pokemon are a bit like, they seem a bit naff to me. Like, the first lot seemed quite well designed.
They were the masterpieces of design, I think.
Yeah.
They're holding up the series to this day.
And basically, you'll notice that the trees are bleeding in this game, and it's quite interesting because there's these heart shapes on the ground, but when you look more closely, they're actually like bear traps, where if you put your foot in them, you get stuck. I don't think you can actually walk on that area.
And sorry, this thing's appeared.
Ignore that.
Yeah, I mean, are these trees? Is this where like there've been pokebirds in the tree, and they've just been
just blood everywhere, isn't
blood
it?
everywhere.
It's just bad.
It's a brutal world.
Here's a treasure chest I think you should have.
Thank you, nurse.
He was like their sort of like whiny sidekick. Yeah, Pikachu found a chest. Didn't really find it, just got handed it by a nurse.
Open.
Hey, look what I found. It's like, no, I just gave that to you.
A video was inside. Shall we watch the video?
Let's do it. got if it's Peter, it's going to be the full-blown
Oh.
reality. So it's kind of interesting to imagine, like, let's say this was in the world of Pokemon right now. Like, I feel like people would care more if these were Pokemon in the cages and like warehouses. Imagine instead of a bear being punched on the nose, that was a Snorlax. Everyone would be like, "That's not how you should treat a Snorlax."
Yeah, because people have a relationship with Pokemon, and these animals are just hidden creatures.
It's just food. Yeah,
It's just food that we like. Most people are just too scared to even have.
I've seen that clip before, and that's the kind of night vision thing was a fox being anally electrocuted. That's how they get the fur off them, so they don't mark the skin. Back to the game.
Back to the game. That video is like 2 minutes 70 seconds long.
Yes, roughly that long.
So we're going to share this video with the world somehow.
That's the mission is now to. We've got a video off Nurse Joy. Now we're up against Professor Juniper. Oh, the music's gone off again. That's.
Professor Juniper appears.
You missed a button.
Battle.
It doesn't have that sound,
No.
but Professor Juniper, I heard about what you did to Sharon. You Pokemon are up to no good, and I've come to stop you. It's not about what Pokemon feel. Humans are more important. Let's end this right now. That is basically what some people think. They're just sort of like, I'm oppressing you. How dare you?
How dare you present this?
Try and escape and stuff. Yeah, like it's rude. I reckon Thundershock. Let's just.
I'm wondering if we should have switched Pokemon.
Yeah, Pikachu's a bit knackered.
I think you might be toast.
Oh, that was crap.
That was rubbish.
It's not very effective. It really is
super ineffective.
If there's one good thing that came out of me playing Pokemon instead of me doing my GCSEs, it was learning the difference between affective and effective.
Yeah. She just blasted perfume at us, so she's the testing on animals.
This is what they call vivisection. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's which makes sense because she's a professor. Go free pig.
Right. Petition?
Shame. Let's just shame her.
Shame.
You shame. Oh, it's with a megaphone. Shame on you, Professor Juniper.
Yeah, shame on you.
Her defense fell.
So next time she's in for a beatdown. If we survive that.
Right.
Jesus.
It was a little bit tactical with Pokemon because if you use stuff that weakened their defense, you had to figure out if it was worth just attacking them an extra time or not.
Yeah. Oof!
That was worth it, I reckon. It's when you're in those long battles and you just had to think really tactically.
Yeah, that's I
Like
guess the
boss
genius.
battles. This game is essentially just the boss battles without any random animals turning up in long grass or.
Takedown? Or Ember again. Ember was so effective. That will finish her off definitely.
Was Ember effective?
Yeah, that took like all
Oh,
the way
was
down
it?
to people.
Oh, I've sort of lost track. Yeah, takedown. Boom. There you go, did it in
she's
one.
dead.
Free Pig
Oh,
is.
come
Oh
on.
yeah, that's knackered us for the next fight. There's no poker centers in this game. Yeah, poker centers are just essentially vets for people who do dog fighting.
Yeah.
If you think about it in terms of what it is in real life. Let's talk about Pokemon Go really quickly. Snivy, what's a clever version of Snivy?
I was thinking something to do with liberation.
I've got nothing.
It's about sniff free.
Sniff free, yeah, very good.
You should now be called sniff free.
Pikachu could be
Freakachu.
Freakachu. That's actually a better name. Let's try and add free to what is a vegan's favourite Pokemon?
What is a vegan's favourite Pokemon? I don't know.
Butterfree. There's no dairy in it.
Free.
It's like, yeah, cruelty free.
Oh, I got it now. That's actually really funny. Vegan Revolution told me this joke earlier, and I was like, Butterfree.
Oh, you genuinely missed it?
No.
Oh, right.
I was like, I don't want to appear like an idiot.
It's sort of like a butterfly type Pokemon. I think it was in the
That's-
original game. Sort of like dairy free, if there was one called that.
Got some wallpaper.
There was one that carried around a leak as well, so I suppose that would be a. Ditto was a weird Pokemon, it just became the other Pokemon. Whoa!
Whoa.
What? We got a
A
Snorlax.
Snorlax appears. What do
No,
you mean?
seriously.
No, join
move
us.
on. Oh, just
Oh.
ignore the Snorlax, it's not an issue.
Formidable foe.
The whole purpose of the Snorlax in the original game was just to make the game a lot longer. You can walk through a path
Oh.
because of a Snorlax. Wild Snorlax appeared. That's become a meme as well whenever there's like a really fat person, people just put wild Snorlax appeared. It's kind of cruel. I've been working on a business plan to use the skins and meat of worn out Pokemon to clothe and feed Unova. Who is Unova? No longer will used up Pokemon go to waste.
Is that the world? Is it the planet?
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
And so there's like a Pikachu skin, and that looks like a
Sort of a
a
whole
TP
mixture
skin.
of animals sewn together there.
Yeah.
When you think about it, like leather is just the skin of animals, so that's
it's totally legit.
but it's got chemicals in it to stop it rotting back into the ground like it's meant to. So
Yeah.
there's all kinds of things wrong with wearing the skin of animals. It's pretty weird when you think about it. Meat cleaver.
Well, that was
Whoa.
brutally ineffective. What I just did then.
Should we switch up the Pokemon to?
I'm
Should we-
wondering if we should sack.
Then we waste a go, or do we just let him die next go? And
You know what I'm thinking?
they don't die, they faint, so it's fine.
I'm thinking if we do petition or shame,
Weaken him on this one. Bring
weaken
out
him on this, bring out somebody else next,
Sniffree.
Sniffery, and then take him down.
Shame him. Get the shame out.
Get the shame out.
Shame on you.
Shame on thee.
Get this. It's a weird name. I've got a bit like all the Pokemon in it, Emerald and all that. I don't think I ever bothered with that.
I played Diamond, I think.
I remember it actually got affected where you started having to have to breed them, and days of the week in real time was sort of relevant.
Yeah.
And like you had to get a boat on a Wednesday or something, and you had to wait for Wednesday to actually happen in real life. It was hassle. But I mean, with Pokemon Go now, like the new one, is that just going to be more hassle? It's like, oh, I've got to go to China to get Mew.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're just going to have
Do
to
you
go
have to
China.
literally go to different countries?
That might be the case with it. I don't know enough about it, or just trespass on farmers' property to get a Weedle.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
going to be all kinds of hassle.
I find generally if you can get close enough to see the Pokemon,
Yeah.
you can kind of it lets you meet them,
Right.
and enslave them.
So you look.
Um,
It's like- you're looking through your phone to discover where the Pokemon are.
Yeah,
That's augmented reality is the term for that.
Exactly.
Isn't it? It's Pokemon meets augmented reality. I suppose that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to get. Part of me scared that it's just Pokemon's way of accessing all the data on your phone, so they become more powerful and evil than Google.
yeah, there is that.
I've looked into that a bit. Apparently, that is the case.
They
but
know they'll be able to follow pretty much exactly where you go
Yeah.
all the time, all your movements, where you shop. What time you
Sniffree
come home
becomes
from work.
trapped. Yeah. To be honest, like they can track me on.
Okay, we use that Mega Drain. I'm thinking Bullhorn is going to be some kind of weird defensive thing, but
So we've realised like pink at first seems like if it's pink it's going to be a crap thing, but some of them actually hurt them. Sniffree attack gets us becoming confused. Still trapped.
this trap is really hitting us.
Oof. Did you find that you've got like a level of empathy that in Pokemon and stuff, like if it says you're trapped, like you feel a sense of like, quick, we need to get out of this trap?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, really. I think it's partly to do with the sound effects of the game.
Oh, we're taking a beat down. Oof!
It's getting a bit close now.
I
Let's
tell you the
just-
problem is...
enough for these pink attack. Oh, we did him.
Oh, thank the Lord.
How did that happen? Really sick mind you've got. Get this.
Yeah, I'll
I don't know what. Oshawott. If you could have changed the name, how would you have done it to be in keeping with...
Osher, what? No more cages?
That would work. Oshawott, I'm free now?
So we're going to... Yeah. Well, here's a treasure chest.
Yeah.
Show us the goodies.
What did we win?
Some trading
more
cards.
Abusive. Oh, okay, cool.
There we go.
We can now...
We'll be enjoying those later.
I'm still finding gems from when I was a kid, like the ones that showed the health of the Pokemon, the little blue beads.
Yeah.
I still
they-
find them down the back of sofas and stuff. They're everywhere.
Okay.
Ash, your old masterpiece. Now we're going to fight Ash from the... You'll remember him as the star of the animation series.
Dressed a little different, but it's unmistakably Ash.
I sort of like Ash if he joined a circus for a while and done a lot of crystal meth and just generally sort of become more horrible.
I'm here to recapture you. You belong to me.
Why do you hate me? I find it weird that Pikachu's talking, but why do you hate me so much that you want to imprison me back in a tiny Pokeball for the rest of my life? That's a valid question.
Whoever invented these Pokeballs is a sadist, really. Like trapping an animal in a ball.
To be fair, like the whole plot was like Pikachu is the one Pokemon that wouldn't go in a Pokeball in the
Is that true?
TV series. Yeah, so he had to just walk around with him.
Oh.
Sort of had like privileges above the other Pokemon.
Okay.
If you really cared about children, you'd want to teach them respect and compassion. It's not their hearts that concerns me, it's their parents' wallets. Gotta catch 'em all. Ha! What suckers.
Okay.
Osho, what? You're gonna pick me? Sorry. That's... Sniffery's basically... Not dead, but fainted, yeah. Go on, Osho, what? I don't really
So Usher wants to have all his fur ripped off.
I've just realised, because we've rescued each one from a different person, they've got different damages onto them. So Oshawott doesn't have any fur because we got them from the fur dealer.
Yes.
And then Professor Juniper had put the syringe in Sniffery's head. / visually at Oshawott. It's super effective.
Was this protein shake up any good?
No.
Oh.
Don't use the protein shake up. By the way, for non-vegans watching, protein is in all plants, and you don't have to eat dead animals. All the biggest animals, like gorillas, like rhinos and that, they're all vegan, so they get their protein just fine. Peter liked to make a big thing out of the protein. They're always telling people to eat nuts and stuff. You don't have to eat nuts and beans particularly. Whoa!
Whoa.
Oshawott soaked Ash with a watery blast. Is Oshawott water type?
I guess he must be.
It's not really relevant in this game. He's just fighting other Oshawott, yeah.
Oh, that was
This
rubbish.
is too easy. I feel like... Can we afford to use a pink one?
Yeah, let's do
What
it.
options do we have? There was... Recruit.
I did recruit earlier.
Oh yeah, recruit actually hurts them.
Yeah.
You're now a vegan Ash. Oh, he's not quite dead though. Bamboozled Ash.
Cage toss. So the cage is the Pokeball.
There was something really beautiful about Pokemon though that kind of got... There was like my inner geek got inside about it. And I think it was just because of the amount of effort that got designed into the world and like all the cave Pokemon and like it was really thought out. But at the heart of it, it was just cockfighting for children.
Okay, I think... Should we give group hug?
Oh, just finishing with a quick attack in it. Yeah. See you later, Ash. This is revenge for all the
We're jigging on
times
your
you got
grave.
drunk and neglected your pets.
How else can I make boatloads of cash?
That is a real problem. Like, if people are making money out of animal abuse, you just have to kind of give them an alternative, don't you?
Yeah, it's a very real world problem.
Because if you pay, like, it's very hard for someone to understand the truth if it doesn't pay their wages.
Yeah, if your family and your livelihood and so on is
Yeah.
supported by
You've inspired me to start an organisation to help spread the message of compassion. Pokemon ethically treated. Awesome. That's probably the most forced acronym in a game ever. There it is, spelling Peter.
I love it. Now let's share our message with the world.
Peter picked a purple Pokemon. No.
Hey guys, do you hear about a new group that's working to free Pokemon? They're called Team Plasma.
Slowpoke was such a rubbish Pokemon. There we go, we've won.
We've won.
No game overs.
And it's a shame that this... What was his name again?
Free Pig?
Free Pig? No, there
No,
was a
Sniffery.
Sniffery. I wish you'd take that syringe out of his head.
You're free now. You can.
You're free now,
He's like,
man.
no, I like it in there.
Okay, so thanks for watching.
That's all that's keeping him alive.
Yeah, like his brain is seeped. This is a very dark game, as you can see.
You've crushed the trainers. I mean, it's quite a revengeful game.
I was hoping they'd be all like healthy on this closing thing.
Still got the chain around his neck, around the
Yeah,
bandages.
I guess that's Peter's way of telling you that the real world problem is still a thing.
Still very much an issue. And giving them a higher calling. Now share the message to continue helping others. And remember, there's no place in this world for the mistreatment and exploitation of Pokemon. That's true, yeah. I mean, here's the real message is people care more about unicorns and Pokemon than they do about real animals. Most people eat pigs. Don't eat pigs.
Yeah, don't eat pigs. It's,
Yeah.
it's not very nice. They're smart and they're funny and they like to play video games. Have you seen that pig playing a video game?
I have, yeah. We should end with footage of pig playing computer game.
Here's a pig playing a computer game. Have a nice day.
Bye.
This is Hamlet. He's amazed animal psychologists by learning a computer game designed for chimpanzees. Hamlet has to move the cursor into the blue area around the screen. When he does, he gets a sweet. The scientists make it progressively harder for Hamlet, yet he succeeds every time.